What's good YouTube? Target here and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my City Skylines and Modded Let's Play series. I hope you have enjoyed this introductory time-lapse. As I've mentioned on a past episode, today I was going to finish up the highway connections to this island, and that's exactly what I've done in the time-lapse. So without further ado, let me explain you what I've done and how this works. First things first, thank you so much for all the suggestions regarding the elevated versus underground highway connections. I really appreciate you guys' opinion. And as you can see by this shot over here, I decided to keep both ways. I have an elevated connection that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, and I also kept the underground connection. So I've decided that I was going to keep the underground connections to pretty much lead people to this part of the highway near this edge of town. So as you can see, people can take this off-ramp to get away and come out on this corner of the layout, and also on this one, and likewise they can get this edge over here and also this one to catch the highway. So as you probably remember, on the past episode I had 6 connecting points. 3 of them that will lead people out of the layout, and another 3 that will lead people into the layout. I have decided that was a bit too much, so now I took one of those points pretty much, and now I have 2 points to lead into the city and 2 points to lead out of the city. Likewise, I also figured out that I needed a connection to this part of the island, to the northern part, and that's where the elevated highway comes in. So I basically created an option to go out of the layout, which is this one over here, and another one to get into the layout about over here. And both of these roads, as you can see, they are one-way roads. They both connect to a two-way highway road that will lead pretty much parallel to the coastal road and also parallel to the airport road. As you can see over here, I have terraformed this bit, as you could probably see in the time-lapse. The highway comes all the way over here, it curves around and will lead to this monstrosity of an interchange that I have created. I will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, let me just keep explaining this connection. So pretty much people have the option to, let me get out of the underground view, to get into this one way. If they are coming from the layout, they'll go all around the loop and will eventually connect over here and get out of the city. And likewise, they can come from this part of the highway and get out over here and pretty much keep going forward on this intersection and keep moving forward to the industrial sector. I've also added another few options. As you can probably see over here, in this one we have a road that goes to the ground floor, and over here we have a tunnel that goes left. And we can also have an option, or cars have an option, so to say, to connect to this avenue over here that will give them access to this main connecting point, and also to this connecting point over here at this part of this layout. If they opt to go to the left side through the tunnel, they will have the option to get out in the layout at about this road over here, near the central part of the river or lake, whatever you call this. I think this is actually a bay. Yeah, that's it. That's the technical name for it. Or they can also get out over here. Likewise, I've also provided a point or a way for people to get out of this layout, and they can grab this point over here or this point over here, get out on this tunnel, go through under the highway, connect to this highway over here, go around, make a big loop, and eventually connect to the highway. And I've also added an option to get out of the city via this avenue over here with this road. So yeah guys, that's pretty much what I've done in the time-lapse. I think this area is now pretty much covered when it comes to highway connections. I don't think we'll have a lot of traffic issues. If there's a big volume of traffic, I can totally see this connection over here getting jammed with so many on points right next to each other. But that's a problem for a future episode. For now, I think this will work very well in dealing with traffic. But that's gonna be it for this island. As you can see, we have a ton of demand for industrial and also commercial, so what I think I'm gonna do is resume the work that we have started on the last episode and go back to the main part of the city. So I'll meet you guys back there. Alright, so on the last episode I have made this new district, as you can see over here, and I've also started zoning some industrial, or some offices, so to say. So let's keep resuming the work that we have started and let's zone some more. First and foremost, I realized that this is not the optimal place to place offices. This is actually the place where I intend to zone some commercial because it's right next to the avenue, which is a big segment of traffic, so I think that this place is going to be perfect for commercial. So I'm gonna zone some offices at about this layout over here, and then I'm gonna replace these offices with commercial. So I think we can start by zoning this part over here and also this one, and perhaps we can zone this entire thing with offices. And let's go ahead and dezone these already and replace them with some commercial. Okay, let's watch this thing develop. Alright, that's pretty good. It seems that our demand is now totally addressed. Something else that we need to work on, this part of the layout, is also our services. As you can see, there are no parks over here, so we need to take care of this ASAP. And I think we also need to work on the public transport. Yeah, we need some bus routes over here and also over here as well. But before that, I need to plan out this pedestrian pathway. As you can see, I have this loose segment over here and I need to find a way to connect it to this layout over here. So I'm gonna think of a way and I'll meet you guys in a couple of seconds. Alright guys, I thought about it. I don't think I'm gonna complicate things too much. I'm just gonna take advantage of this one block cap that I have over here, and I'm gonna use it to connect to this segment, this loose segment. So okay, so we have a pathway over here. I think I can go on top of this monorail, or maybe not. Let me just try this and set a suitable height. And oh, okay. So it seems that we are going to have some problems. Oh, no, we're not. There we go. I think I want to come all the way over here. Perhaps we can make a smooth curve all the way in here. Pretty good. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good slope. So let's just keep moving down. Is this a gigantic slope? Yes, it is. We cannot have that. So let me just try and think of another way to do this. Maybe I can come all the way over here and connect it over there. Yeah, that's pretty acceptable. I like it. And I also think I'm gonna turn this into a bridge. So let's go by, let's set this to the ground level and go by 1, 2, 3. Let's disable the road guidelines and make a quick bridge. Pretty good. I think I might even go all the way over here and maybe, oh, I cannot go to the other side. Let's try this again. Maybe if I go one block higher. There we go. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Let's set this to the height level of 3 back again. And I think I can continue the layout all the way over here and eventually connect over here. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this. This is pretty much fine. Let me just go to the ground floor, connect here and provide an additional connection over here. And also, let's see. I think I'm gonna take advantage of this spot over here that you cannot zone anything in, and I'm gonna add a pedestrian pathway. There you go. And that's pretty much, oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, so instead of making a connection over here, I'll simply do it over here. So let me just try and do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and look over here. I can also go underground. So yeah, let's take advantage of that and make another pathway over here and another one right about on this corner. And now we can go back down. There you go. And I think we can connect it over here. How about that? So maybe we'll connect it with a curve over here, and we'll make a point over here and another one over here. Yeah, just to break the pattern. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright then, so let's move on to services. The first thing that I want to address is parks. So let's just see what we have over here. It seems that we have quite a bit of work to do regarding this area. I think I'm gonna put a small park with trees right on this spot. I think that will work out pretty good. And we need a couple more parks, don't we? Yes, we do. So we can probably put, I don't know, maybe a dog park over here. I think that will work out just fine. Oh no, because we have the railroad. Okay, so we need to put it on another location, probably over here. Let's see if it fits with the train station or with the train line. Yes, it does. Pretty good. So let's keep plopping some more parks. I think we need a couple more. Oh, this isn't a dog park. This is a small playground. Okay, that's fine. We can keep it. And maybe I can now put one of these 4x4 parks. Maybe a nice sculpture park right about over here. And this one, the snowman park, at about here. Okay, they look pretty good together. I think I want the horse pointing at the avenue, like this. And I need more parks, don't I? Yes, I do. Maybe I can go to this corner right now and do the exact same thing. I'm gonna put, let me see. I'm gonna put a sculpture park over here and also a snowman park right about over here. You know what, guys? I have this park that I have never actually used, the cross skiing park. So I figured out we could finally place it, and I can see that it fits perfectly in this corner. So excuse me while I delete this and I place this amazing park right about over here. Okay, I think it fits pretty good. Let's just take a look at it. Yeah, it's kind of big. And let's see how it fares with leisure. Yeah, it covers up this entire thing pretty much. I think I can even put an additional park over here just to fill up a bit more leisure. And let's see, I think I'm gonna put this snowman park. And that should be a nice fit. And let's put a couple more parks at about here in this corner. I think we can put another fountain. And maybe we can put, let's go for a different kind of park other than snow park. Perhaps a plaza. How is a plaza going to fit in here? Pretty good. I think I can even scoot it a bit to this tunnel. And that's it. And everything is now covered with leisure, at least this part. I think I'm even going to place a few more parks over here just to cover up these buildings a bit better. We have this building that is not quite occupying the entire layout as I would like, so I think I'm gonna put one of those ice sculpture parks over here. And perhaps I can put another one right in front of this one, like this. Okay, pretty good. And perhaps I can do the same over here. Or maybe I'll leave this be because I will put some parks in the future when I develop this layout. So we'll keep it at that. And now we should work on this area. We have this building over here, the ice hockey rink. I think it's going to be a very nice fit to put over here. So I think I'm going to put it right over here next to the avenue. Let's see how well it looks. Yeah, that's pretty good, and I think it fits kind of nicely. I think I'm even going to put a pathway right about over here. There we go. And let's see, what other parks can we put in this location? I might put a big plaza over here to occupy all of this space. And let's see, how many parks do we still need? Okay, very well. And I think I'm gonna put a couple more parks, probably one here and another one over here. See how well it fits. and there we go. Perfect. Okay, and with this I think we can move on to services. One of the things that I want to do regarding that is add another monorail line, or another monorail station, so to say, right about on this area over here. So we have one over here, but I think this area would benefit from another one as well. So I think I'll have to pause the simulation for this, and I want to put it right about over here. Yeah, I think that will be a great place for it. So let me just grab it. Let's see, where is it? It's over here, this one. And does it fit perfectly in the middle? I don't think it does. But hopefully we will not have any trouble connecting this. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so I found out a way to get around that issue. I pretty much had to make an oblique road. Doesn't fit quite well in the layout, but I think it's not very noticeable, so I think we're gonna keep it. I also need, first and foremost, to keep going with this pathway connection. Perhaps I can make it come all the way over here. So if I make it elevate right about here, I think I can connect it pretty well, like this. Oh, I almost got it. There you go. Okay, and now I can simply connect it to this pathway. Okay, that's pretty good. I like it. And the other thing that I'm missing is actually put a stop over here. So let's put a stop on the existing monorail line, one over here and another one over here. And that should suffice. Pretty good. And now that we got this, I think I'm gonna add a few more commercial blocks. Perhaps we can expand this already existing layout and make a few blocks all the way over here. Okay, pretty good. And finally, the only thing that I will need regarding public transport in this area will be a bus line that will pretty much grab people from these neighborhoods and bring them to this monorail connection. So this way, this entire city, or this entire part of the city, should I say, will be covered by public transport. So I think I'm gonna make a line starting at about over here, and I will come right through here and make another stop probably over here, another one over here, let's make another one here, and another one over here right before the bridge, and probably another one here, another one here, and I think I'm gonna connect it directly. Okay, now maybe we can do another one counterclockwise, going through the exact same spots. And there you go. Now this entire area is covered, and now I think I can do the same over here. So I think I'm gonna start right over here. I'm gonna make another stop over here, another one right before the bridge or the intersection. I think I'm gonna make a stop over here, and I think I might do another one in this area, or maybe I can just head back directly. No, I think I'm gonna do a stop over here, and now I can turn back through here, and another stop right about over here, and now I can connect everything. And finally, let's do another line, again, that goes through the exact same spots. And this should be more than enough. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff upgrading, that's great. So now I think we can resume the zoning. Now that we have a bit of demand for residential, I think I'm gonna zone this entire thing with residential, just for the time being. And I think first and foremost I'm gonna zone a bit of this avenue with commercial. Let's just make some small shops around this area. There we go, and maybe some more over here. Fill this entire thing with commercial. Maybe a bit more shops over here. There we go, and a few more shops right over here. and I think we are going to zone the rest with residential. So a few houses over here and some more over here as well, and maybe this entire thing can be residential as well. And I even think I'm gonna put some more residential right about on this location. Okay, I will need to delete this power line and zone all of this with residential. Perfect. I also cannot forget about education, so I think I'm gonna put an elementary school right about, let's see, right about over here, right next to this park over here with the sculpture. I think that works quite nice, and I think I'm gonna put another one on this location as well. You know what, I don't think I'm gonna put anything here. I think I will want my elementary school to be at around this location when I finish up the rest of this layout. For now, I think I'm just gonna put another high school, and I'm gonna put it right about over here. Yeah, that should be more than enough to cover this entire area. Right about here. Okay, and with this we can keep up zoning this area. I think I'm gonna put some more houses over here, some more houses over here as well. Perhaps we can even continue this pathway all the way over here. That will create a cement path instead of a dirt path. I think that's fine. And I think I want to zone a bit of residential over here as well. So a few small houses over here, like this. Very good. And some more houses over here as well. We also cannot forget about other essential services such as healthcare. So I'm gonna place a small clinic over here, enough to cover this entire area. And I think I'm not gonna put anything over here because I'll probably place another hospital right about over here. So I think this will be a good location for the second hospital of the city. But what I think I can do, however, is put one of these saunas, or I think I have this thing, the gymnasium. Yeah, the sports hall and gymnasium. I think I've put one over here. Yeah, but I think I wanna put another one. Actually, I think I'm gonna put one of these saunas instead. They fit very nicely over here. So I'm gonna put one over here. That's enough to raise the land value. Moving on to fire, I think I will need a small fire station at about over here. So I think this will be an ideal location that will cover this entire area. And regarding the police, I think, well, I can always put a small police station probably around over here. Maybe I'll put it over here, right next to this avenue. Alright, I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity to also define the way I want this layout to connect to this part of the map, right across the railroad, which will be via tunnel. So I think I'm gonna make a tunnel right about over here, coming all the way over here. There we go. And eventually I will curve and connect around over here, where I will place the hospital and also some suburbs. And finally, let's finish up the zoning of this part of the city. Let's zone this with some commercial, because we have the demand for it, and we also have some demand for residential. So I think I'm gonna zone all of this with residential as well. So there we go. And maybe a few houses next to the highway as well. A big house over here, a big house over there, and some houses over here as well. Okay. And maybe a few small buildings. Alright guys, before I wrap up this episode, there is something that I would like to share with you, something interesting. So as you can see, this is our death rate panel, and we are having the biggest death wave that we've ever had in the history of our city. So on the last episode I decided to try out a theory. I've heard a rumor that cemeteries help clear out the death waves much more efficiently. so I've placed a lot of cemeteries around my city. Now, if you remember, if you've been following me for some episodes now, you will remember that my previous death waves were pretty severe. I pretty much had the entire city covered in death signs. So a death wave this big should be enough to be extremely chaotic and have my entire city overflooded with dead people. The interesting thing is, well, I actually don't have that many dead people. I have a couple of death signs, yeah, that's true. I have some around here and also on this part of city as well. But it's like 3 times less than what I had before. So I'm starting to believe that cemeteries do help clear out death waves much faster. Or that could just probably be because I've placed a bunch of them on the last episode and that added a lot to our death removing capacity. And if I placed the exact same number of crematoriums as I did with cemeteries, this thing would be happening right now as it is. But anyway, I think that's gonna be the end of our death wave problem, at least for now. Everything is behaving very beautifully. I can definitely live up with this. I don't have to speed up the game every time we have a death wave, and I can play through this. Our income is totally positive and we are not losing anything. This is amazing. Now we just need to find a way to stop the fire spreads and the forest fires for good. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for today. On the next episode I think we are going to expand the layout to the northern part of the railroad, so stay tuned for that. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please consider giving it a like, it will help out my channel. Also don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the development of this city. If you have any suggestions for things that I should build in the future, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And finally, if you want to connect with me online, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun!